Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 89 of Persona 5 Royal, and today is the day. But before we actually get to the beach episode, we gotta get through the night. So with that said, we're gonna go on ahead and, if I'm not mistaken... Oh, yeah, she's also warning us about the Empress. And in case you're wondering, the Empress is Haru. And, by the way, she will also tell you if you happen to start Chiaya's confidant rank as early as June, and she basically is still your confidant before like a new expected confidant supposed to show up. She will tell you the confidant that's going to appear before you start selecting any options. So what I did was did a verification test, or no, I did a affinity test for EY, so I can raise him to rank 6. So since he's the only one available at the time, that's what we're going to do. And Sojiro was over there too. Damn it. I might have to wait on him. So let's go ahead and talk to EY and get that over with. So with EY, we're now going to be hanging out with his son. And EY had already pretty much told Akira everything of what's going on. I mean, Karu's not his real son. He's trying to keep Karu from knowing that his dad was a Yakuza member. And he basically just, well, in a way, lied to Karu, saying that the Gecko, which is a family crest for his Yakuza group, is actually a family crest for the EY family. More importantly, his mother just dropped him off, strung out on coke, over at EY's store, and EY took care of him ever since. And Suda is literally holding that over him. So what we're doing here is basically talking with Kaoru. And Kaoru, he's pretty much privy about his father, but at the exact same time, he still cares about, well, his adoptive father, but still he cares about him nonetheless. And is actually worried that he's probably getting himself into some serious trouble. I'm gonna have to lie like hell. Dude, we are a very successful liar. By the way, that's the most most beneficial option, basically. But we are at rank 6, and if I'm not mistaken, EY will have a Mementos mission in rank 7. So both he and Sojiro are close to being completed, and so too is Hifumi, if I'm not mistaken. Oh wait, no, Hifumi's at 5. We haven't gotten to her yet. And also we're gonna have this man basically buy us some stuff, but he's a Yakuza dude. Of course, he's going to give us some money. So, yeah. We're just going to just get this done. And since we're at rank 6, we don't get anything just yet. I do believe since this is Royal, rank 7, we get elemental customizations. So, there you go. Later. So, now we just play the waiting game for the cutscenes. Because guess what? We are going to go to the beach. And it is going to be a pretty long one. Oh, right! By the way, remember those 2 booty warriors that Ryuji ran into when he first went to Shinjuku? Sorry, I just bit my tongue. Yeah. They're going to be making a triumphant return, albeit completely altered. So, on that note, it's time for us to hit up the beach. And I'll be back when that cutscene is done.
Futaba will be in your care today. Make sure you don't let any dudes try to hit on her. Good. As long as you understand. I'll be counting on you.
Hey, can we go already?
Are you sure you'll be all right?
It's just a day trip. Don't underestimate me.
Right. Sorry. Guess I just have to let it go. Have fun, but be careful, you two.
Oh, man, it's packed.
Sorry for the wait. Got a better opinion of me now? What? Cat got your tongue? Come on.
Are we messing around?
What? This is perfect! There's nothing perfect about that. Stay still for a second. You'll be just fine.
Oh, it's so hot.
There's a lot of people here. Are you okay, Futaba? I'm fine. You guys are here. It's almost lunchtime. No! The squid's staring at me!
It's cooked, so don't worry. Would you even eat squid if I'm not around?
Why don't we eat lunch too?
I'll go get some stuff for us then. You're eating that even here?
My staple food.
This should be a familiar flavor. Yet how does it taste so good? What's up, Makoto? You ain't eating much. Not feeling well or something?
You just don't get it, do you, Ryuji? When a girl's in a swimsuit, she wants to look as slim as possible. Still, you're worrying too much. Did you make sure to eat breakfast?
Mona lacks tact.
So, what do we do now? Should we play some beach volleyball?
Oh, sorry. Us girls already made plans to ride a banana boat.
We could only rent a 3-person one. Sorry.
Wait, then what about us?
Keep an eye on our stuff.
Hell no! Why you gotta treat us like that? We're celebrities making headlines. You should treat us better.
I do think they're not bad in the metaverse, but in reality... Strange, isn't it?
They can steal treasures, but they don't seem like they can steal a girl's heart at all.
But... Lady Ann...
Can we get to the banana boat already?
Oh, sorry. We'll go now.
We'll switch when we're done. Keep an eye on our stuff for us. Banana! Banana!
The sand's way up! It's dangerous if you run around like that. Here comes the
Damn it! I don't get how amazing we are. We risk our lives being Phantom Thieves. There's no way we're the same as other guys around here. Shouldn't we be having more good times in reality, too? right? Don't you agree, Yusuke?
Well, if you put it that way, you may be right.
An and the others don't get it because they're always around us.
Hey, how do we get Lady An to notice how amazing we are as Phantom Thieves?
Well, they gotta steal you know what. An made fun of us and all. Let's show her what we're really made of.
I see. I just need to prove my skills in reality as well.
Let's steal all the hearts with the skills we've honed as Phantom Thieves. I'm sure girls will be all over us considering the vibes we give off.
Very well, let's do this. Pulling off our work in reality doesn't sound bad.
It's settled then. So, Mona, you're in charge of watching over our stuff, okay?
Huh?
All right, let's hurry up and go.
Hey, what the hell? Get back here! Don't leave me behind!
I don't know. The ocean just looks kind of bland to me. Don't say that like I'm the only one who messed up. We were going at it as a team, right?
Did someone follow us here? Something tells me we're being watched.
Really? You think one of those girls changed her mind?
OMG, it's the Golden Boy himself! And he's already got his own little entourage. We really did teach him right, didn't we?
You? Oh no. What are you guys doing here?
Sometimes we just gotta get out of the city, forget the nightlife, breathe fresh air, enjoy some eye candy.
We thought we lost our protege. Who would have guessed our vacay was actually the call of fate?
Oh, what's with the look? Don't believe in fate? Or did you really not have fun last time?
You gonna tell us you saw yourself in all that chiffon and felt nothing?
I don't think I felt what you guys were hoping.
Oh, honey, I get it. Everyone's nervous when they first start out. But trust me, you'll make their jaws drop.
Just an hour at the Vanity, 3 hours at the boutique, and we can just pick up where we left off last time. So, are you ready to steal some hearts?
We gotta go. Sorry.
Was it something I said? Oh, what a tragedy. Another starlet slips through our fingers.
No more makeovers. By the way, where's Yusuke?
So this is where you two were. I've been searching for you.
What are you doing with those lobsters?
While you were busy with your interrogation, I found these beautiful specimens on sale. And so I decided to spend the last of my money on them.
Man, you're real hopeless when it comes to cash. Wait, you were watching us? Why didn't you help?
Apologies, but I was entranced. The moment I set eyes on this distinct shape, I was in love. I haven't had my very core shaken as vigorously as this since the first time An entered my gaze.
Good for you.
We're here with friends.
Come on, don't lie to us, baby. How about you come for a nice cruise on our boat?
There's going to be a party, too. Tons of celebrities and industry people will be coming along.
Are you even listening to us?
Sorry about the wait.
Huh, so you were serious about being here with friends.
That's what we've been saying from the start.
Don't you find it boring spending your time with kids like them?
It's far more interesting
interesting than anything involving you two.
What was that?
Hey, let's just let the children have fun with fellow children. We'll be going now.
What creeps?
Thanks for coming in like that. Those guys just wouldn't stop pestering us. What do you mean?
If things had gone bad, you would have just sent him to the hospital. Never mind. It's nothing.
By the way, where are Futaba and Morgana?
Ooh, are those lobsters? One in each hand! I was wondering about that myself.
Are you going to make them into sashimi? Or perhaps roast them whole?
Enough of your vile postulations. These are purely for the sake of visual appreciation.
We did tons of stuff today. All in all, I guess coming to the beach was pretty worth it.
We should probably start heading home.
Agreed. Let's pack up.
Futaba seemed fine in the crowd, too. So it looks like she's overcome her last exercise.
Hey, Futaba! We're going home! Stop standing around and help us!
You know, all this time, I thought that it was my fault that my mom died.
Uh-huh.
It's because everyone said that I killed her. Everyone looked at me thinking I was a murderer. I ended up hating this world. That's why I shut myself in and covered my ears. I wished my mom would come back to life. Sometimes I'd wake up and think it was all a dream. But nothing had changed in the world. That's why I'd sleep again. It'd be a repeat of that. I loved my mom. I wanted to become like her. How she'd work late into the night. How she'd wake up early and make me a boxed lunch every day. How she'd do her best to further her research. How she'd scold me for peeking at her notes.
It was cognitive science, wasn't it?
The cognitive world can become distorted through desires. If it becomes distorted, a person begins exhibiting problematic behavior in reality. That cognitive world disappears when you remove its core, and further problematic actions stop.
Isn't that about palaces?
That's the metaverse! She knew about that?
It made no sense back then. But now I understand, after it actually happened to me. All I thought about was my mom. I was trapped in a cognitive labyrinth. I couldn't get out of it. There was nothing I could do by myself.
That's why you asked us to steal your heart? That's a huge jump in logic in so many ways.
At first, I didn't believe the rumors about the Phantom Thieves, that they steal hearts. But I overheard you accidentally. I learned that you were near me.
Overheard? Ah, the bug. So why were you listening in on LeBlanc in the first place?
I had to keep an eye on Sojiro, make sure he was actually working.
Talk about an awful hobby.
You talked about stealing hearts. When I heard that, I was so happy I jumped up and down. I thought, maybe the Phantom Thieves could cure my heart.
You could have just told us from the start.
You might have been wary of me if I asked out of nowhere. And besides, you could have been bad guys. That's why I cautiously got in contact with you. I checked many times to see how you'd react.
Yes. You had us twisted around your little finger.
But Futaba, you didn't talk to anyone besides Boss for a long time, right? You must have needed a lot of courage to contact the Phantom Thieves.
There were two reasons for it. One was Medjed's taunt. The Phantom Thieves were so pitiful it frustrated me. I would have been in trouble if they got disbanded too.
Indeed. You were our only hope.
The other was what I heard through wiretapping LeBlanc. Sojiro was being blamed with lies, like abusing me. He was being threatened to spill everything about my mom.
Talk about making shit up.
It made me sad, and it hurt. I thought, I have to save Sojiro. I gotta do something.
So that's why.
The Phantom Thieves. I didn't think you guys would be taking such risks for me. I didn't think you'd worry about me so much. I'm sorry that I acted like I doubted you guys.
Do you believe in us now?
Yeah, I can tell. You aren't bad guys. That's why I have a request. Let me join your team.
There's nothing to join. You're already one of us.
I'll be honest. Changing people's hearts isn't my goal. I want to learn what happened to my mom. The reason why she was killed.
Killed?
It was written in her notes. Should the self in the cognitive world die, the self in the real world would lose consciousness.
Is this about mental shutdowns?
Then the criminal that Kaneshiro mentioned.
Yes, that could be the case. I don't like pursuing this line of thought, but perhaps your mother's shadow was...
I don't know for sure. But right before my mom died, she didn't seem right.
In what way?
No matter how much I talked to her, she wouldn't answer back. And she didn't jump into the road, it was more like she collapsed and fell in. That's why I thought what was written in the notes was real, and looked into it. I read books, checked theses that were released online. I even snuck into the networks of various research labs to look at their classified data.
That's why you're good at hacking. What kind of brain do you have?
But I didn't figure anything out. My mom's research was nowhere to be found. She was killed by someone, and her research was treated like it never existed. I bet it's them. Those adults in the black suits who read the fake suicide note. I'll never forgive them.
Futaba.
If I stay with you guys, I think I can find out more about that world. Then eventually, it might even lead to those men in black. It's a super personal reason why I want to join you. Is that okay? Or would I just be dead weight?
If anything, you're dependable. Ain't that right, Mona?
Why are you looking at me? Are you trying to say I'm inadequate?
Well, she was more useful than you, as a matter of fact.
Hey, that's inexcusable! This is what our Phantom Thieves are like. But I hope we get along, Futaba.
Thanks.
Let's leave those two be. Why don't we lose no time and decide on Futaba's codename?
What's that?
It's not cool if we called each other by our real names.
Joker, Skull, Mona, Panther, Queen, and I'm Fox.
In Futaba's case, hacker wouldn't be right, would it?
Mech?
PC?
No. Why don't we go literal and call her Goggles?
Super lame. You've got no taste, kitty.
In your face.
Do you have any good ideas for Futaba's codename?
I'll curse you.
What would you want it to be, Futaba?
Oracle. With my vision, I'll guide you all to victory.
Sounds great!
Futaba will be Oracle.
But man, I never even dreamed that the rumored Phantom Thieves would be so close.
Same goes to you. To think you'd be the daughter of a metaverse researcher. Talk about a mysterious fate. Should we get going then?
Yep, let's go home.
Yes. The incident with Medjed seems to have been more effective than predicted. This should spur the Phantom Thieves' support even more now. I agree. There are effective ways to use the Phantom Thieves. Now would be the best time to dispose of unnecessary trash, whether they're connected to us or not.
Uh-oh, it looks like it's curtains for the Kingpin. Yeah, it's about to get real ugly real fast. So, since we're back, we can either hang out with I think we can hang out with Sojiro. I don't think he's available. We'll see who's all available after this phone conversation. But Ryuji's gonna say something that pisses off Mona. primarily because he's not wrong that he's kind of useless at this point because Futaba's a better navigator, but still.
Damn it, Ryuji. You always find the worst possible things to say.
He's also not wrong that An's the better healer, and also Makoto's the better healer too, because she learns salvation faster than Morgana does. Or I think it's the other way around in this game. But whatever the case, if it wasn't for the fact that Morgana learned salvation, he'd be practically useless. Whatever the case, we now have to deal with another Mementos mission. And this is going to be the last Mementos mission. I think we got the name of the guy from the store, so let's see, Hifumi. We should go to Sojiro, or we can max out Hifumi, whichever one comes first. Let's see, hold on. I think we could deal with Hifumi first. I know we're gonna regret not actually maxing out Sojiro, but or at least getting Sojiro to rank 7. But we might as well deal with Hifumi, because unfortunately for us, another event's going to take place that's going to prevent us from going any further. So we'll probably use that time to try to at least max out Sojiro. And by the way, one more thing that needs to be stated. Eventually, we are going to have to go to Akibahara. Mishima will no longer be in Shinjuku. So if you haven't beaten his confidant rank yet, he will appear in Akibahara as of the 1st of September. So bear that in mind. Oh, and not only that, he's not even going to be present because the field trip's going to take place like a week prior. I mean, week after, actually. So yeah, we are pretty much escalating and going straight to Okamura's palace real fast. Never mind the fact that I think he has probably one of the shortest deadlines in the palace. And now Hifumi is pretty much lamenting that her mother is pretty much forcing her to make more TV appearances and making her do more things for clout. Because she's trying to rake in that sweet, sweet cash. But at the exact same time, Hifumi is trying to love Shogi for the sake of Shogi. But it gets worse. Much worse when we get to rank 7. Oh, believe you me. I mean, I can encourage her. But her mother, again, she first blames Shogi for her problems. And then she becomes an entitled mother. So, yeah, that's the last thing you want to have to deal with is an entitled mom. And like I said, her situation does get worse. Wait till we get to rank 7. Oh God, that's going to be a major league disaster. And then we have to deal with Shinya. Oh boy, he's going to be a major league disaster in and of himself. Well, not him, rather his mom. So, yeah. Parents that are Karens or taking advantage of their kids do exist. And we are back home. We get the post-confidant rank call. We're guaranteed to have rank 7 right now. And we'll just use that option right there. So now we'll be able to get rank 7 no problem. So we'll be able to get rank 7 for Hifumi and Sojiro and EY. So now we got a cutscene.
Oh, hey, I know this is out of the blue, but, could we all meet up at LeBlanc tomorrow?
That worried tone. Could he still have summer vacation homework left to do?
Was that Morgana? Whoa, how did he know?
I actually called it.
Anyway, I've already hit up Makoto and the others. I'll be counting on you to get me through this tomorrow.
You gotta be kidding. Might as well get some sleep while we can. That black thing was... me? That can't be true. I'm supposed to be human. I should be. If we get rid of the distortion in the depths of mementos, I'm sure it'll all be fine. Sorry, did I wake you up? Oh, my sunburns were hurting, and that woke me up. I was absorbing all the sunlight because I'm black. Don't you get it? You're thinking that my entire body's covered in fur, aren't you? I've got none on my pads. By the way, it's not like I'm bothered by this or anything, but hypothetically speaking, okay? What would you do if I turned out to be some weird... thing? I'd be bothered by it! If what I saw from earlier is true, is it okay for me to stay with the Phantom Thieves? And even if I'm with the team, I'm useless at the moment. It's nothing. Well, I've gotten pretty used to my life as a cat, too. And to be frank, this storage room isn't bad either. Then again, I can't wait to turn back to being a human so I can move out. Maybe I'll live a life of luxury in a suite on the highest floor. But rather than becoming some weird thing, maybe staying as a cat isn't so bad either. You and me made a deal, yeah? That means I can stay here. Isn't that right? Thought so. Don't forget what you just said, okay?
All right.
Come on. Let's hurry up and get to sleep. Night. It'll be fine, right?
Oh, I'm done.
As for me, I'm done for.
Talk about a cliched way to end your summer vacation. I can't believe you hadn't even touched your homework until last night.
Well, everyone's free to spend their time as they choose. I guess some people just can't help themselves.
I'm sorry.
Come on, I think he's learned his lesson. More importantly, why don't you folks take a break?
Boss! Oh, you're a lifesaver.
I'm gonna go pick up some groceries. Mind the shop for a bit.
The sports club has aggressively applied kinesthesiology to the team's practices. By incorporating their lab's findings on human efficiency into the training regimen, they have developed a...
Oh, that reminds me. Isn't there a female athlete from our own school who's made the news?
An athlete? Oh, do you mean the one in gymnastics?
Yeah, her! The one everyone's saying is super cute.
Oh yeah, Yoshizawa, right? Wasn't she gonna be in the summer meet? Or is that already over?
Ah, about that.
Makoto?
Well, I just happened to overhear a couple teachers discussing it when I was heading to school the other day. Yoshizawa-san's results in the meet, they weren't exactly stellar.
I see.
There seemed to have been a great many people expecting her success there. It's gotta be tough for her.
Yeah. Ain't there one more meet left this year in gymnastics, though? Shit must be rough right now. But if she can nail that one, who cares what anybody at school says?
Oh, that also reminds me.
So, I just so happened to bump into Mishima-kun before summer vacation started.
And?
He seemed really mad. I asked him what was wrong, and he showed me some posts on an underground site about our school. It pretty much said the school's planning to abandon any honors student who isn't actively making Shujin look better.
Whoa, wait a sec.
There was no name, and it sounded like just another rumor at first. But could this be about Yoshizawa-san?
Who knows? Still, ever since the case with Kamoshida, the school's been frantically trying to improve its public image, right? At the very least, this abandonment of honor students would fall in line with the school's real mission. I can't deny the possibility that they would do this to Yoshizawa-san.
They dump all their hopes onto their athletes, and if they don't cut the mustard, they're out like the rest of the trash, huh?
Regardless of whether it's true or not, such behavior is extremely self-serving.
Just like we thought this whole time. There's still tons of shit wrong with society.
Yeah, we don't know what'll happen to Yoshizawa's spot on the team, but at the very least, we can keep up our efforts to prevent the worst case scenario.
Next up, our spotlight's on a topic everyone's talking about, the Phantom Thieves incidents. The Phantom Thieves shocked the world by silencing a globally notorious hacktivist group. Their popularity goes beyond our own borders, with foreign media following them closely as well. Many are heralding them as dark heroes and gentlemen thieves for a new age.
Whoa, this is getting pretty crazy. So the whole world really knows about us.
Charming as that is,
Man, it's hot.
unfortunately, we have come to that point where that arc is about to begin.
I don't know. I don't even remember how I first learned about mementos.
Well, we had to save Ryuji's hide. And good news, ladies and gentlemen, school starts. That means we can, for the most part, finish up Kawakami because her 9.1 will happen. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to continue on Persona 5 Royal in Part 90. This is RVMan 985. Peace out and take care. And 90 parts? Seriously? There's a lot of cutscenes in this game, I swear. Take care.